Welcome to the Hoopsville Coaches Corner, presented by Buffalo Wild Wings here at the third annual Hoopsville National Invitational Classic Spa, hosted by Stevenson University. I'm Dave McHugh, joined by Mary Hardin-Baylor, head coach Ken DeWeese. And coach, first and foremost, good to see you again, and welcome to the Hoopsville National Invitational Classic.
Dave, it's always good to see you. I appreciate the things you do for Division III athletics. But this is such a well-run tournament. It is. We lost in overtime, and I'm still telling you this is a lot of fun. We've enjoyed it.
Well, wonderful. Thank you for being here. Yes, we're talking right after your tough loss to Randolph-Macon, and in a game that I'll freely admit I didn't expect. I didn't know what to expect from either team. I didn't expect overtime, certainly. Good back and forth game. Both teams coming from behind at some point in time, making this a battle. You guys really hung in there.
Yeah, I thought hopefully we'll use this as a character builder. You never know what 19, 20, 21-year-olds are going to do with it, but
Sure.
I'm going to try to direct them in that direction. We're challenging them to be a little stronger and a little tougher and get a little better. But it was a good experience, and you got to get on the road and play good people, and Lord knows we played a good team tonight.
Yeah, and of course an interesting one because we don't get to see usually the western side of the South region and the eastern side of the South region match up all that often, at least not at the top of the region. And this would get a great opportunity to see an ODAC team go up against an ASC team,
Yeah.
especially early in the season.
Well, that was the best thing about when I saw the matchup. I thought this is going to be great. We don't play each other very often, nor do we even watch each other play. So this is a great opportunity for us. And I hope Randolph-Macon feels the same way.
Yeah.
I know Jeff Burns was excited before the game. Of course, he's the athletic director. You know, that's easy for him to say.
Sure.
But it was a great matchup for both of us, and I think hopefully it'll pay off for both of us toward the end of the season.
And it gives everybody at least a point of reference
Yes.
when comparing things down the
Well,
road.
if they end up in the top 2 or 3 of the ODAC, I think that says a little something for us.
Absolutely,
later on.
I was going to ask.
If we end up in the top 2 or 3 of the ASC, I think that says something for them toward the end.
I was going to say that's kind of where I was going. You know, I didn't know what to expect from the game. You don't have that much that's still with the team from a championship game 2 years ago, but you guys always seem to be in the mix. I know you had a tough year last year, so it left a lot of questions seeing you guys go up against Randolph-Macon, especially early in the season, and having that kind of result. Certainly probably brings up some more questions too, but it answers a lot. What does it say for you guys to be able to go toe-to-toe with them and know you've got another good battle tomorrow against an Atlantic region team?
Well, I think we're really searching for identity. And I think Monday night in San Antonio against Pat Cunningham's team at Trinity, we played exceptionally well defensively. And Pat would be the first one to say that. But looking at the film, we were just really good. Tonight, we were nowhere near that. We did not shoot the ball well tonight, and that's what I've been afraid of. I've been afraid we can't score consistently. So from our standpoint, this is really pointing out things that we've got to work on, some things we've got to change. I think the Randolph-Macon game, being this second game of the year, playing a team like that's I think they're ranked 11th.
11th right now, yeah.
So to go play an 11th ranked team, and we're not even being discussed in anybody's mind about any votes or anything, I think it does say to our guys, hey, you guys, you belong, you can play. Yeah. So we think by the time mid-January, early February gets here, we think we're going to be okay.
Of course, another game against on Saturday, you'll take on Gwynedd Mercy, a team that took Catholic down to the wire as well. Another different battle than you'll get with Randolph-Macon. You get a chance to see teams you don't normally see, especially early in the season when sometimes it's tough to get out of Texas, though you have flown to the Northwest every once in a while.
We will travel, but the opportunity to come to this tournament was one that we, as you know, accepted as quickly as we possibly could.
Yes, you did.
It was like, yes, we will be there.
Yeah.
When you said, would you be interested? Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I had got the email all the way to you yet, and it was coming back.
Yes, I said send. Yes, we'll be there. So, and because I knew the quality of teams that you have in this tournament, it's got a great reputation, but it's just an opportunity this early, because most people, whether it be Division I or Division III, most people are early on trying to find somebody they can do things to
ramp up their season a bit,
make themselves feel better about themselves or whatever. And that's not the way we look at it. We try to go play people that can play. So we've always played a Division I or Division II in an exhibition game. Couldn't get one this year. We couldn't get anybody to play us, unfortunately. We just couldn't get dates and everything. We don't do it for the money. But it was, the opportunity to come here was just, yes, we want to do this because of the quality of team. We got to play Randolph-Macon tonight, the opportunity to play Gwynn and Mercy, who I think is totally different than Randolph-Macon,
Yes.
but really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really solid, very physical, thick guys, and it's going to be different for us. But it didn't matter who we played in this tournament.
Yeah.
Any two of the other 9 would have been what we're talking about right now. Would have been a great test, a great challenge, and that's why we're here. So disappointed as I am of losing the game and losing in overtime, would love to have won it. We think it's going to help us a lot. It is November. We think we're going to be, we're going to be better for it in January.
And even maybe into March. You're just year and a half really removed from a championship game in Atlanta against Amherst, an opportunity I know you guys relished.
Yes.
Not many, are still on the team, as I indicated, 3 guys, and they didn't really see much playing time in
They were
Atlanta.
freshmen.
So really, you've got a very different squad than maybe everybody remembers from 2 years ago.
Oh, man.
You've gone through a lot into the second season now of that. Does that even give you pause and raise questions? You're not still sure of what kind of squad you have underneath you?
Oh, no, I'm not at all in any way confident. I can say, well, here's what we're going to be able to do, and
Right.
this is going to be our signature thing, except I know we're going to cover people. We are going to play defensive, but I've had teams that weren't very good that we covered people. So we're going to do that. Or they're not going to be with me, and I might get down to 7, which I've done that too. But those 7 are going to play defense,
Right.
and I have done that. And everybody's happy. You get in one van, they get more to eat, and everybody gets playing time. That
Yeah,
really,
sure.
I had 2 or 3 teams like that. It wasn't too bad. But we don't know who to depend on right now.
Sure.
We don't know who to go to. Like we're in overtime there toward the end. And I'm looking at them and I'm thinking,
do you draw the play for?
Did I
Yeah.
draw this up for this guy? So we drew it up for 2 at the end. These kids are great to be with. They executed the play perfectly. The ball didn't go in the hole.
Yeah.
Now when we had that little inbounds play down in front of
Yep.
our bench, we drew up the play. It's not something we had. We drew it up at a timeout and we executed it, got the shot, got the ball back, got another shot, just wouldn't go in. So not only are we as coaches trying to figure out what to do, our players
Sure.
are also trying to figure out what I can do with you and what you can do with me and what I can do for you and you can do for me. So this is a great learning experience for us.
Let's talk about the ASC a little bit. Conference has gone through some changes in the past few years.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, and we won't go through the conversation of the changes that are coming because I don't think we have enough time. But on the whole, you play a lot of games in conference. These opportunities to play out of conference, not often, or you can't find them often. You guys certainly go and find them. Other conference members don't. As a result, it gets challenging. What are you expecting from this conference this year? What are you hoping from this conference this year?
Well, I'm hoping we have 2 or 3 teams that are exceptionally good. I hope we have 2 or 3 teams that get to the 18, 19, 20 win Division III plateau. But quite frankly, we have so many teams that play non-Division III members, and then we've got one particular team that's their games are not going to count as Division III games, so that puts it down 23 automatically. So I don't know that. I do know if you win the conference, you're going to be in the NCAA tournament. To get in that large bid out of the American Southwest Conference is going to be difficult this year, and it's going to be next to impossible in the future. So we are trying to gear everything toward, you got to play December, January, February, and be the regular season champion so you can host it.
Yeah.
Now, I know that's 3 months of kids playing hard and trying to protect things. And then in 3 days, you got to win it again.
Yeah.
So it is a mightily difficult thing. And I think we've got I know we got 4 and possibly a 5th team that can win the tournament. Louisiana College may be the best team in the league.
Really?
Yes. And I think they're picked 4th or maybe 5th. UT Dallas is pretty good.
I was going to say, you got Texas Dallas, you got yourselves.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Hardin-Simmons is pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, we're pretty good. Louisiana College got a chance to be really good. Concordia, if they start shooting the ball well, because the reason I like Concordia is that they have a team kind of like we had when we went to the finals. A whole bunch of guys between 6'3" and 6'6" that can all shoot it.
Yeah.
And just guard you if they want to.
And get hot.
So yes, and if they Stan Bonowitz lets him, if he turns them loose on the 3-point line, which I'm sure he will, he always does. and they start making it, they can beat anybody. So they could go through our tournament in 3 days and win it, not easily, but they could win it. East Texas Baptist has a great slew of athletes. UT Tyler could very well be our representative in the NCAA tournament. So I think I named like 5 or 6 that I really have confidence in that could win it.
So how big is this weekend, going back to that, knowing how many are in play in the ASC this year? You say there's not a great chance at an at-large bid, but you've gone out there and now are going to have played Randolph-Macon in region. You're going to play Gwinnett Mercy, who will probably be in the conversation in region. It gives you 2 quality games, maybe some decent, criteria boosts. Is this one of those deals where you making this effort to make this tournament to play these teams, will that be a benefit that other schools are not seeing and not being able to take advantage of? So you could be an at-large bid, but somebody else won't because they didn't make the effort.
Well, that's a really good question about the what if thing. If that happens, I hope one of us remembers that, and at the end of the year we can point and say, you guys should have done this.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying to get this point across to my fellow conference members for a long time. On the other hand, if we'd gone to a tournament, say one of the schools in Memphis, and won us a couple, we'd have 2 wins.
Sure.
And
it's win percentage versus SOS and other criteria. It's a delicate balancing act.
It is a very delicate thing. I spent some time on the committee.
Quite a bit of time, and that's some,
yes.
Coach.
And we argue all the time about strength of schedule, 1 loss. I still think you got to win the games. I mean, that's the whole key. But if you've got a strong strength of schedule and you take a team to overtime, and I know that's discussed.
Sure, not necessarily criteria, but it's understood.
It has to be discussed,
yeah.
Or at least it's understood.
Understood,
that's what people know it. So yes, we think it's going to help. If it does, at the end of the year, we can talk about it. If it doesn't, and we're close, I say, we made a mistake. We should have gone somewhere and won a couple.
So I'm going to have to contact you at the end of February just to get your one thought take on whether this event was worth it for you guys.
That would be correct.
I don't know if I want to call you. I'm a little nervous about whether I want to hear the answer.
No. I'll always talk about it. I've been doing this a long time. I love it when we win. I hate it when we lose. But I also love it when my guys compete. We did not play well tonight. We shot the ball poorly. I had 3 starters that made 5 shots and attempted 30-something, those same 3 guys. But they competed. And when you got 3 guys that don't shoot the ball any better than they do, and you get a team like that, and you go to overtime, you got something to look forward to. So I like the character of our guys, and when young men compete and they give you their best effort, you want to win. And like I told them, I thought they deserved to win, but we didn't get it done. And that's not the way this game treats you. This game doesn't respect effort all the time, so you still got to win it. But as their coach, I'm very proud of them for making that effort.
They will take on Gwinnett Mercy at 6 o'clock on Saturday in day 2 and game 2 for both teams at the Hoopsville National Invitational Classic. Coach, it is always great chatting with you. I thank you for taking the time to join us. As always, we give the coach the final word. Any final thoughts you want to share with those watching?
Anybody's watching, if you get a chance to come to this tournament, this is, if you're a fan, make plans to make a trip here. This is great. I've even been told they might expand to 12.
No.
Maybe a secret.
No, but it's been discussed.
It's a great tournament. It's a great opportunity to see great Division III basketball, and I think this may be Salem before Salem gets here.
That's a fair point. Yeah. Well, thanks so much. He is Ken DeWeese from Mary Hardin-Baylor here in the Hoopsville Coaches Corner, presented by Buffalo Wild Wings.